Hi all, this is Ravi from IBM team, and today we are going to learn how to do EFC form entry. To do the EFC form entry, we have to log in into the purchasing responsibility. In the purchasing responsibility, this EFC form is there. We have to click on this EFC form. So there are the two options over here. If you want to search the EFC entries on the basis of year or on the basis of institute name or scheme name or by headwise or by item list, you can give the respective values in the fields and then click on find, like clicking over here. So these are the entries already done over here, and as you can see, these are non-editable fields because it is in the find mode, or you can say in the view mode. We cannot do any changes over here. Now we will close this entry. We close this form. Now we'll reopen once again, and this time we will create the entries in this form. So we will enter the EFC year against which institute. So by default it would be your institute, like I am doing this one for IARI. The item list, which item you want to procure for this institute, and in this financial year we'll give some entry like Almira. What would be the source of fund? Plan scheme. What would be the sub scheme under this plan schemes? We'll give some relevant name. Search, click on OK. The division name are here. Give plant pathology. The access of this form would be very limited and will give to the person who have earlier worked on this EFC documents. Now we'll give head. We'll select furniture because Almira comes under the furniture and fixtures. So these are basically your schedule 5 list. So click on OK, and the type would be furniture, and the quantity sanctioned will give the quantity 10 quantity. The amount sanctioned will give the amount over here 10,000 rupees. If we wish to end this line, then we will give the end date over here. If suppose we had a need of 10 quantity, but later on we find out 6 quantities are okay, and for that against the rest 4 quantities we can create another line. So in that case, first of all we have to end date this line, and we have to give the substitute name against which item you are going to procure the items. So over here we will give the Almira, and we will end this line and we will create a new line. Now this is for remarks. You can give any remarks when you want to end date this line and want to create a new line. By default the status would be new, and the approval status would be approved. After that, yes, you can see over here the quantity utilized and amount utilized are gray field, because these fields will be updated automatically when you will create the purchase order against this item. Suppose you create a purchase order for Almira, and the quantity on the purchase order, if you give like 6 quantities of 6,000 rupees, so after the approval of the purchase order, it will get updated over here. The quantity utilized would be 6 and amount utilized would be 6,000. So the purchase order will keep a check and will not allow you to create a purchase order more than the sanctioned quantity and the amount sanctioned, and will check also how many you have already utilized and how much amount is left over. So there is a link between this EFC form and the purchase order. So in this way you have learned how to do the entries on the EFC form for the EFC item. Thank you.